So, friends, on behalf of my Retired Life Foundation, we extend all of you a hearty welcome to a very interesting talk on a very, very pious and virtuous day. Uh, Today, the session is going to be on one of the very relevant topics for all of us, particularly for the senior citizens, and that's the meditation. Because bringing inward peace is probably one of the most important things we aspire for, particularly at the senior citizens in this world of turbulence outside. And to talk on this particular topic, we have a very, very renowned speaker with us, Dr. Lalitha Dhareshwar. She is primarily a scientist. She retired as a senior scientist from the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. She is also closely associated with the women and the scientific movement in the country. She is a very renowned person in the area of the science and particularly the area of the physics and related areas. She has addressed several seminars. She has written several research papers in the national and the international conferences. But for this particular topic, we have called her because she's also a very, very, very eminent wellness expert. She is considered to, she has been practicing meditation for last 30 years. So we thought that let's hear from the wise woman's mouth about the theory of the meditation and what it means and how it is relevant to all of us. Madam, the floor is open to you.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Gupta. And I'm indeed very thankful and grateful to you for giving me this opportunity to speak to all of you. And I'm very happy to be with all of you, 20, 20, 21, 22 of you here. And I want to tell you one thing. I just want to share some of the things which my experiences, which I gathered along the way of life. And I mean, we are almost all of us are similar age group, and I'm also a retired person. So whatever I experienced, I went through. Uh, this is what I want to share with you, and I want to introduce you to a very excellent meditation system. But before I start doing that, I would like to give you an introduction to the whole thing. So, with your permission, Dr. Gupta, can I share my screen? Because I have noted a few of my thoughts so that I remain very focused and I do not want to waste time in many other things, but would like to start meditation after maybe 15 minutes or so. So, shall I start sharing my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen, madam.
So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we're able to see.
Yeah, so this is actually I would like to, the topic of today's my discussion with you all is on reset, relax, rejuvenate, reconnect, and then meditate. Why am I using so many words in this particular way? Reset, relax, rejuvenate, reconnect, and meditate. This is because I think after my retirement, I had to reset myself. I had to relax. Then I had to rejuvenate by reconnecting to what I am really. Because we keep wearing the garb of various people, on the life's way. And what I am really, I need to discover that so that I can be with myself and be with in happiness. So the whole thing is, I would like to I would like you to experience heartfulness meditation today, which I have found an answer to most of my, kind of my searches, I would say. And I want to tell you what happens actually. All our time, we are kind of entire life, we are spending in first kind of educating ourselves in the normal and in the way that the world expects us to do, and achieving success in that, and then start working and supporting our families, and do so many things. Our children are born and then they go ahead. And at every stage, we kind of try to excel in that. We may excel, we may not excel, but we try our best. But then the real satisfaction I found is when our life satisfaction improves by improving the lives of others. And this we are doing it unknowingly and automatically when we are actually family. We are kind of leading a family life with our children because we improve their lives. And in the working area, we try to help our students, our colleagues, whoever needs help, and try to improve their lives. So whatever possible in that way, we try to do. So paradoxically, although retirement is a time for living life on your own terms, the secret to happier and healthier life may be to make it less about you. This is what I really realized, because when I saw, many advertisements, how to live life, what are the things which are required, how to live life in a happy way after retirement. They mostly talk about financial security, then, emotional security, and so many kind of things which are perhaps may have a meaning. But then I felt when I walked this path, actually, what makes you happy and healthy is thinking less about myself. Because the more I try to think about myself, the more I find something or the other lacking. Because this is a human nature. We never try to look at what is positive in us, though we say that positive attitude and all that, but it's very tough to see, what is positive. And it's very easy. The famous story about a professor who called his students, and he showed them a empty paper, and then with a small black dot, and asked them, what do you see here? Nobody seemed to see the white paper where there was so much of opportunity to draw something they want, but they only focused on the black spot. This has become our habit, I think, for human beings, where we see these black spots in our life. And also, most of the times, what troubles us in retired life is known as the identity crisis. This is because, as I told you, that we are wearing the garb all the time. I'm so and so, so and so. And when that particular garb is lost, we feel, who am I? Where do I belong? What do I do now? This is a very, very, very tough question for most of us. And it is, I think it kind of troubles mostly, because the men give a lot of importance to their, careers and the outer world, whereas women somehow find, happiness in their family life. And they always, then they feel that after retirement, I can really devote all my life to my family now, and things like that. So what does this identity distress do to us? It's because of a resistance to change, and that is the thing which causes the stress. Because then one needs to find out a new identity. And how do we give a new identity? We have to see that we give a paradigm shift to our lives. How do we give that paradigm shift? I think we have to really look within ourselves and find out what is very important to me, what makes me really happy, and try to do that. We can develop so many new ideas. We can start working, for to help others, and start giving, free education, help, counseling, whatever possible to the society. And perhaps that's what will make us really happy. And this is what I found, that I have done science all my life. What do I do after I retire? So I thought of giving back to society what I had earned, That's how I joined this organization called the Indian Women Scientists Association, which gave me ample opportunity to take science to the masses and bring scientific temper in the society. These are the mandates of that particular NGO, and I really, really found my way out. And the other part of myself, I was always thinking of this. What is the real purpose of my life? Why am I here? Is it just by chance that I'm here? Or is it that nature intends me to be here? Or is it that I have a real role to play? So far, I have played my role up to the retirement time. Now, what is my role to play? And at that time, meditation really came to my rescue and help, because through the meditation, I could do much more in my life. And now, today being Janmashtami Day, I just want to share something very, very, very important. I think you must have all got this, on your WhatsApp message and all. And uh, Bhagwan Krishna, he was born more than 5,000 years ago, and they have found the exact date of his birth and all that. He lived for 125 years, it seems. And the Mahabharata war took place when he was 89 years old. It was a mega war. But the whole thing is, if you look at his life, he was really having so many problems. He was born in a prison on a dark night with a threat to his life. He had to be taken by his biological father to a place, to somewhere else, so that he will not be, killed by his own maternal uncle. So the day he was born, he was separated from his mother and he was brought up by his foster parents. And he was born dark skinned. I didn't know this, that his name, Krishna, is actually not a name given to him at all. He was never given a name. This is what I came to know, that Kanha or Krishna means the dark one. And he was dark and short, and he was often ridiculed. And he was told that he was brought up by adopted parents, and his real parents have abandoned him. I mean, this was the kind of life he led. And he was throughout his life under life threatening situations and changes, and so much of problems he has faced. And if you see all through that, there was not a single moment when he was at peace throughout his life. At every turn, he had challenges, and even more bigger challenges. But he faced everything and everyone with a sense of responsibility and remained unattached. I think he's the only person who knew the past and future, but he lived in the present moment. And his life is truly an example for every human being. And imagine, we are having such small problems compared to him, and yet we are all the time complaining, whereas he really lived such a difficult life, and he gave his life for others always, which was the most beautiful part of his life. So there is so much to learn, and the most important four things which he said about in all the Bhagavad Gita, the essence is that be like the lotus, being unattached to this world, and be a sthita prajna. That means be in the present. Don't hang on to the past and don't think of the future, but be absolutely in the present. And third one, be a karma yogi. Leave everything, your whatever you karmas that you do, be unattached to them and surrender all the this thing, you all know the karmanyevadhikaraste ma pleshu kadachan. Surrender all the results of your karmas to the great one. I mean, throughout his life, he practiced this and he did it. He lived a life like that. And he's a great example. I mean, I find him to be a really great example. So now coming back, how do we shape our lives? Retired life is a new phase of life. You can say we have to adapt to this new normal. Nowadays, it has become a buzzword. The new normal has become the buzzword, and we have to really. But I think most of you have retired for quite a number of years and have already settled in this. So it's not for me to tell you this, but still, it's always a kind of a change. And all the time, there are other, there are what you can say, challenges which you have to meet all the time. And one thing I came across very interesting thing is that India's retirement index has increased from 44 to 47. I really don't know what is this index. How do they define this index? But they say that this index indicates an improvement in the retirement preparedness, which comprises of three sub indices: health, finance, and emotion. As I told you, everybody who talks about post retirement health and joy and happiness, they talk about the health, finance, and emotion, all of which have shown progress. But nobody is talking about giving, giving back to society. You are a complete pot, you are a pot of holding that entire water to the brim. Why can't we share that water? Why can't we share that knowledge, what we have, with people who don't have this? In fact, when I was in BRC, when I was about to retire, I had mentioned this to many of my seniors at BRC, even to the director, that we are having maybe thousands of scientists working in BRC, and once they retire, all the things that they have learned and their knowledge is getting wasted. Why don't we plan for something post retirement, giving life to the society? But somehow, I mean, it was never taken up. Maybe people felt that this is something to do with only it's your personal thing, not for a government office to think about. So some people associate retirement with positive emotions, that I have a lot of time now for my family and tension-free life, more independence. I can utilize my time the way I want, and we have greater prospect of luxury and travel. While some of the others, they have a lot of negative sentiments, and which can lead to unhealthy lifestyle, an uninteresting phase of life, lessened savings, lack of purpose. So many things can happen. But how do we go about, getting over this? So I have found the way of the heart, the heartfulness way is the best way that we can really, not only give back to ourselves what we have maybe lost in the, very busy schedule and busy route that we have followed, but also we can also give to others a lot. And this heartfulness is a very simple and effective set of practices for relaxing your mind, for meditation, for regulating the mind, and building the inner strength and the attitudes, and to create a lasting sense of fulfillment and overall well being. And most importantly, I found, what is meditation? It is spending some time every day with one's own self, where you try to look within yourself and understand what you are, what is your potential. And this is what gives you a great amount of moral strength, great amount of physical strength, feeling of peace and happiness. I would like to give you a little thing about our Heartfulness Institute. It is a non-profit organization which is dedicated to develop and offer heartfulness programs. It has a global presence and practiced in more than 130 countries. And we have almost 2 million practitioners and almost 15,000 certified heartfulness trainers. What heartfulness trainer is? A person with whom you can sit and experience meditation. Such a person can actually give you the experience of meditation sitting in front of you, through which I will come to you later. And all these heartfulness programs are rolled out to almost many corporates also, and communities, colleges, schools, government offices, hospitals, villages, police, and armed forces. And now, as per the wish of our present global guide, Kamlesh Patel, who is fondly known as Daji, we have started what is known as the Ekatma Abhiyan, which is called bringing the entire soul of India together, the soul of humanity together. So, with this purpose, we started this meditation, taking meditation practice to every nook and corner of the country. We started from Madhya Pradesh in May and June and covered on more than 12 million people there, right up to the interiors, and almost about 40,000 volunteers from Heartfulness took part in this great thing. And now we are setting up the same Ekatma Abhiyan in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, and UP, so that state by state it is going to reach people, because it is not possible that people in the rural areas may not have access to Wi-Fi, and they may not be able to hear or listen to all these programs through the Wi-Fi and through the, on the media. So for this, you have to approach them personally, and that is what we are doing. So what is the main thing behind this heartfulness meditation? It is an inner transformation and a personal mastery. See, we may try to transform externally so much, but unless and until the transformation and the change comes from inside out, it will not really help us. We may put, cosmetic covers around us by showing that I'm highly educated, I have a lot of knowledge, even on philosophy and many other things. But that knowledge has to come down to our everyday living. And we should be able to really transform in the inner being has to transform. So the mind, the emotions, and the human qualities, they all have to transform. The mind has to become purer and has to emerge into a higher mind. Emotions have to give way to a much more, finer emotion, where it results in, rather than, having negative emotions, we go into positive emotions like compassion, empathy, joy, peace. All these things start happening by, following these techniques. So the heartfulness techniques not only regulate the mind, they unburden the emotional baggage, because we are carrying so much of baggage, and realize the true human potential, and takes us to the journey of perfection. So we have basically 3 tools here: meditation, cleaning, and inner connect. And all these 3 tools, they have to be followed. Actually, today I will not be able to take you through all the tools. We will be only able to take care of the meditation part. But if you want me to come and do 2 more days, follow up somewhere, in any place that you wish me to come, I can come and do it, because I feel that personally doing it with all of you, being there in person, physically being there, I think can give a better result. So this is my approach, and this is how we operate, that those people who want to actually practice meditation, we approach them either physically in schools and colleges, or some of them individuals who approach us, they come to my home and they take the meditation sessions. Elements of human endeavor. We have to go from left to right. That is from a tired person to an alert person, from distraction to undivided attention, being a dull person to always a fresh person. And instead of having a mental chatter, go to a concentrated mental condition. Instead of being zoned out, we become focused. And the regulation of mind follows in such a way that it really matters. It really becomes so very effective. Did you know that we have, I think all of you must be knowing this, almost 70,000 thoughts per day. And if you really see why these thoughts are coming, you know, the thoughts come because the moment there is a stimulus to the brain, the neurons start functioning. Somewhere or the other, many of our memories are stored in the brain, and these memories trigger these neurons and the thoughts emerge. But most of the thoughts that arise are not connected with what we are doing at all, because they emerge as a kind of, it is like a trigger which is based on a very, like if you look for some in the Google, in the Wikipedia, you type out something what you want to know, you will get 30-40 pages of information on that one particular topic. Much of it may not be connected with what you really want, but just based on 1 or 2, 3 words that you type out there, you get so many things there. Same way, by just 2 or 3 seeded thoughts in the brain, so many thoughts come, and 47% are not. This is what has been found by the psychologists and neurologists, not connected with what we are. Even to be in focus, we need to be in training. So what do? So we have to train our minds. And by meditation, we learn to rest the mind on one thought for a certain period of time, where other thoughts will not disturb us. And that one thought is we are able to hold. Like many of you must have done the japas, namasmaran, and japa on a particular name of a deity. These are very common as per our Hindu culture. And what is the purpose of that also? That is also to rest the mind on one thought for a period of time. But I found in this meditation, it is not becoming very repetitive, but it gives a lot of freshness to the mind. Now, how do we define that state of meditation? Let us make 4 quadrants in the x-axis and y-axis, and we find then unfocused is the vertical axis, effort and effortless is the horizontal axis. Now, what is this quadrant where effortless, unfocused quadrant? It is a kind of a daydream, where maybe you are just having nothing to do on a particular day. You are lying down on your sofa and imagining that you are going here and there, you are seeing this and seeing that. And you are just, every one of us knows what daydream is. And this daydream has no significance. It does not give rise to any end result. Now, what happens in case of efforts, but unfocused effort? Like for this, we are always seeing, you have some 5-10 things lined up to be done in the next few days. Simple things may be connected with your bank work, with your Aadhaar card, maybe PAN card, so many things. But we find sometimes if we are not focused because of so many things bombarding us in life, it becomes really frustrating to complete that work as per our plans. And that leads to a lot of frustration. And if we are focused and concentrated without giving any heed to the unwanted things, unwanted thoughts, it leads to real concentration. But there is a higher state of the mind, which is even beyond concentration, and that is an effortless focus, and that is called meditation. You must have seen so many of these great musicians. When they sing, how they become totally absorbed in their own singing. They're not knowing also what they're actually singing. They don't plan their singing. And they become so much absorbed and they're so happy and submerged. actually they are in that kind of a state of meditation. This can happen in any kind of work that we are doing. If you are looking after a small baby, completely giving attention to that baby, you are completely in that. So meditation can be in so many ways, but we have to train the mind to do meditation in a particular way so that we can actually, when we sit for meditation with that method, we can immediately go into that state of meditation. Otherwise, we'll have to keep looking for a way to dive into that meditation practice. So, finally, what I'm trying to say is meditation is to regulate the mind. It's an effortless focus, giving rise to the highest possible efficiency. And you experience peace, joy, compassion, and all the positive things that you can think of. In this case, in this kind of frame of mind. And you will really enjoy that frame of mind. This has been shown actually scientifically. They have done this work, research in the University of York, where, no, sorry, not University of York, in the York Hospital, by some of our practitioners as well as some Americans there. And they took two groups of people, one who did meditation and the other group, which was the control group, which was not doing meditation. And they followed their own methods. And they found the positive emotional wellness, as far as you see here, concentration, calmness, clarity of mind, goal, harmony, sleep, joy, positive thinking, self-confidence, empathy, tolerance, honesty to oneself. This they found highly increasing in the group which did meditation, but in the other group, control group, it was not so much. It was not increasing that much. You know, it did increase, but it was not like where by giving these, continuous talks to them, so counseling and all that, it did increase very marginally. But the meditation practice that they followed, it really made a difference. And same way in the case of negative emotions, which drastically reduced for the meditating group as compared to the other group. Now, what is there so much in this particular type of meditation which makes this difference? So, the meditation that we follow makes use of a very fine energy which is called pranahuti, which goes from the heart of the trainer to the heart of the meditator, and it evokes that response when the mind gets regulated. So as I told you, the first tool of meditation is done always practiced on first day, and then on second day we do the second tool, and third day the inner connect, where we realize true human potential. On the second day, it unburdens the emotional baggage. Third day we do. So we do it over 3 days. But nevertheless, today, the first day, let us meditate together. And I would like to see how you feel about this entire thing, whether the meditation, how you feel about the meditation. So we are virtually, and I want to tell you something very interesting. Now it is true that you are virtually connecting to me, who is a heartfulness trainer, yet it works. How does it work? Because, you know, the energy field of energy, my field of energy interacts with your field of energy, through which I can pass on this pranahuti to you, and it makes a difference. How do I make you believe this? I'm sure all of you must have had this experience. When you think very strongly about somebody, that person either comes to your doorstep or may ring up, and you say, my God, today only I thought of you, and you are there. Why does it happen? It's the same thing. Your energy field interacts with the energy field of the other person and makes it happen. And today, in science, in quantum theory, it has been proved the entangled states are nothing but this entanglement of the energy states of two human beings. It's really interesting, which if you people, some of you who may be interested in science can actually read. And 2022 Nobel winners, Nobel Prize for Physics was on this. It forms the basis of this, the pranahuti, the basis by which the trainer trains the person who is interested in the meditation. And what I'm trying to say here, it is showing the Hearts app. We have now got an app which is called Hearts app on your mobile. You can download it, and you can take a meditation sitting from any trainer anywhere in the world. It has become that easy. So now I do not want to go any further. I think this is the last slide. I'll stop sharing, and I would like to be with you and ask you if you have any questions so that I can answer them. So we will have about, it's 5:40, so I don't want to delay further. So you can please ask me if you have some question, then we will go for meditation. Anybody wants to, because after meditation, I don't want to have any question answers, because I want you to go back in that meditative state without disturbing that state. So if any of you have any questions, please. Yeah. Nobody is having any questions. So all of you are completely agreeing with what I'm saying, it looks like. So shall we start meditation then? Shall we? So for meditation, before we start meditation, I'll give you a set of instructions which you follow sitting wherever you are. And I will take you through a relaxation process, which will make you feel absolutely relaxed before you start the meditation practice. Okay. Please close your eyes gently and sit in a very comfortable posture. It does not matter if you change your posture in between the meditation session. The only thing that I want is that you should not be disturbed by your posture, sitting straight and sitting in a rigid fashion. Just be comfortable. I'll take you through a relaxation process. Keep your feet on the ground. Feel the healing energy from Mother Earth entering your feet. This energy is making your feet absolutely relaxed. All the bones, muscles, all the toes in the 2 feet are getting completely relaxed. Now feel the energy moving up your calf muscles. Making them completely relaxed. Let the energy now enter your knees, go upward through the thighs to the waist, relaxing both your legs completely. Take a deep breath and let go. Now feel this energy moving upwards from the front of your body, from your stomach, through the chest, up to the shoulders, making the front side of your body totally relaxed. Now feel the healing energy go up from the back side, from the lower back to the upper back, up to the shoulder blades, relaxing your back completely. Your shoulders are so relaxed that they are almost melting away. Take a deep breath and let go. Now feel the energy of Mother Earth moving down your hands, through your upper arms, lower arms, the wrists, palms and the fingers. Your entire hands have become totally relaxed. There is absolutely no pain or restlessness anywhere now in the lower portion of your body. Take a deep breath and let go. Now let the healing energy move up the neck, relaxing all the neck muscles, the jaws, the chin, the nose, lips, the cheeks, eyes, eyebrows, ears, temples, and the forehead. Your entire face is completely relaxed. Hold a very, very gentle smile on your face. Just take a deep breath and let go. Now feel the energy moving up your head, up to the top of your head, relaxing your entire head, the skull and the brain, and the most important, the mind. The mind has become extremely calm. All the unwanted thoughts of the mind have left you. They have just dropped off. Take a deep breath and let go. Now gently bring your attention to your heart, the center of your being. It's not the heart, physiological heart, but it is the heart, the seat of your soul. Is where your being is situated. Just feel that presence, a source of divine light in the heart.
Feel that this source of light is attracting you towards itself, leading you towards itself, and finally absorbing you within it. Keep this thought in your mind, unmindful of all the other thoughts rising in your mind. Just don't go after any of the other mind thoughts, drop them, and just focus on the divine source of light within your heart. Don't try to see the light, but this is just a sankalpa or a suggestion, mere suggestion. Remain with this suggestion throughout the time that I'm doing, that when we do the meditation. With this thought, please start meditation and let's continue till I say that's all. So please start meditation. That's all. You may open your eyes very gently and pay attention what you felt within yourself to that state of being that you experienced. Do anybody wants still to clarify anything, any doubts, or any questions? I can still give patience. Would anybody like to share with me how they felt? Was it relaxing? Somebody should tell me how you felt so that at least I will know whether I have conducted the meditation properly or not. Please.
Yes.
Hello, madam.
Yes. Yes, madam.
I am Sundari Iyer.
Yes.
While meditating, now so many thoughts are coming. How to
Yes.
stop it?
Yes. Yes. Actually, this is a very common thing, and it is natural because the nature of mind is to create thoughts. So you cannot go against that. Thoughts will keep coming. The only thing is, as you keep doing every day, you will find suddenly these thoughts drop off. You have to do it for a few days at least to experience that. You don't go after the thoughts, you just neglect the thoughts. And you will find that slowly that thoughts start reducing, and you will go into that mode of becoming absorbed in yourself. You may not even know, that, like, many a times I feel I'm not, my presence, physical bodily presence, I don't feel at all. But it is not sleep also, because if you are asleep, then when you come out of meditation, you will find very kind of groggy and not very fresh. But if you come out of meditation in the way it should be, you will feel very fresh and very nice. So that is
Yes,
the indication. Yeah.
yes, yes. But one thing you said, it is correct. While doing singing and or playing a instrument, that
Yes.
time the mind is very concentrated in that.
Yes.
But doing meditation, it will go either udhar
Yes.
jaate.
Yeah. Because the mind is not used to being without a work. Whereas when you are singing, actually your mind is given that
Ah,
focus.
even
Whereas
I
here,
cannot, even I cannot hear when somebody calling also.
yes,
I
you
am
can,
truly inside that music
yes,
or instrument.
yes. Even in mantra japa, that is why the mantra, uttering mantra is given just for that. So that you will not, your mind will be focused on that and it will not divert you. But we have to go even beyond the mantra. That is the
Yes.
true meditation. So
Mantra
we,
japa is I am doing, but not that much concentration I am not getting. Maybe
yes,
it is in Sanskrit. If you know the meaning properly, it will go
yes.
with that.
But I'm telling you, in this meditation of heartfulness, because it is backed by that pranahuti, the subtlest force in the nature, which is coming from me into your heart. And I'm able to give meditation sessions to any number of people at the same time, just with that one thought that let this reach the people who are in front of me. That's all. And it
There are
happens.
there
Hmm.
are so many ways of meditation in Brahma Kumari. They are saying open the eyes and do meditation. And
Yeah.
some people in Bhagavad Gita, it is written that close your eyes, not
Yes.
fully, now fully. That one chapter is there, sixth chapter, full of meditation. It is my, but your mind should be free of any jealous and all like
Yeah.
that. Mind should be एकदम clean when I
Yes.
that all it is doing that when
Yes.
pick up a place and sit in that way and
Yes.
close your like eyes 3/4 of your eyes and that is correct.
Actually, the closing of eyes is better only for this reason that the eyes, the sense of perception through the eyes, the sight is the most distracting of the five senses, through the Jnanendriyas, one eyesight. And
But
that is why the eyes is
but
closed.
when we see proper on diya jala ke usme hi dekhna, that is
Mm.
okay, no?
One can do that, but we have to even go beyond that also. That is why we close the eyes and we don't ask anything to be done. Not even diya, no mantra, nothing. Ultimately, your attention comes on the heart. You almost feel that you are diving inside.
It may become with practice, I think, you know.
Yes, it maybe it will come with one. And as I told you, the at least the first few times being in physical this thing, proximity can be a little better, more helpful. This is what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe.
even Bhagavan is telling by practice, by yogena and vairagena, you will get the mind concentrate.
Yes.
That is true.
So that exercise, that practice is very important.
Practice is very important.
Mm.
And I would suggest that, I don't know, I think Professor Sengupta has to give idea for this. If all the three, like the tool which I told you, the cleaning part, which is very important, that particular process is something which kind of helps you to remove the past samskaras from your entire subtle body, so that that helps you to prevent, because our samskaric burden which is there within us, that is what creates so many thoughts. Now if that is cleaned up, then the amount of thoughts, all these things become reduced a lot, and that helps in meditation. So that is what I would have liked to discuss with you. Maybe next time, whenever the opportunity is there, we can do that.
Any other question? Anybody would like to ask anything? So, madam, I think we had an excellent exposition to the basics of the artfulness meditation from you.
Okay.
And we look forward to the second two phases also, maybe in person.
Yes. In person. Yes, I would like to come over, and I think you have a place, no? Somewhere
Yeah.
in the New
So
Bombay.
that will find out the place.
Yeah, that will be a better option, I think. Being actually there together,
Yeah, we'll do it, madam. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all, and all the best. Have a nice day today, Janmashtami Day. And let's all remember him. His life should inspire us. That is Krishna. Imagine a Yuga Purusha. He didn't even have a name. What Krishna we used to call him, it is not his name. He was never given a name. I mean, that's life. So let us, with his remembrance, let us end this.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.